Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time. One more again. All right, while I'm getting it set up, getting y'all back in, I'm going to have a video I want to play that old Jay Wash sent me. I hear that, Gemini. Gemini, what's your real name? Since you coming into the family, what's your real name? I'm going to play a video and react to that, and then we'll get back to get back to this conversation. I think this is a good conversation on Valentine's Day. Remember, Men's Day is not today. Men's Day is. Am I clear now? Please let me know better. Okay. Let's see which one it was. Oh, this one. Okay. It's an old name. I'll end by ooh. Okay, I'll leave that alone. You saying it's an old name. All right. I'm gonna play this video like I do, and then I'm gonna comment. I'll probably do 2 of these since I'm riding solo tonight. It's funny, I'm riding solo tonight. I got like 4 or 5 guests for Thursday. Valentine's is a big day to a lot of people. But remember, March 14th is the men's version. It's called Steak in a BJ Day. And you know the BJ part, I just fucking love it. All right, let's look at this video, and then I'm gonna make a comment. This is a man's perspective, and then I want to make sure. Oh yeah. We're gonna do 2 of them. I'm gonna do the guy, and then we can comment on that, and then we'll do the this other woman who's kind of interesting.
No,
Hold on. Let me make sure I do it right. I got 2 phones like Kevin Gates.
About an issue I have, let's address that issue. Don't deflect by saying, and what about you? We can't get nowhere pointing fingers with no solutions. Let me get mine out and we fix that. Then you get yours out and we fix that issue. But bringing up something you could have been spoke on only because I spoke on something? Let me know you was holding what you had as ammo. No, hold on. If I'm talking to you about an issue I have, let's address that issue. Don't deflect by saying, and what about you? We can't get nowhere pointing fingers with no solutions. Let me get mine out and we fix that. Then you get yours out and we fix that issue. But bringing up something you could have been spoke on only because I spoke on something? Let me know you was holding what you had as ammo. No, hold on. If I'm talking to you about an issue I have, let's address that issue. Don't deflect by saying, and what about you? We can't get nowhere pointing fingers with no solution.
Okay, I think I ran it one too many times. But so this goes either way. This is not a one-sided thing, the way he's addressing it. So my point is, if you're in a relationship, you're talking to somebody, and they have an issue, or you have an issue. Better yet, let's start it that way. You have an issue, and you want to talk to her about it. Then as soon as you say, "Hey, babe, honey, darling, dear, whatever you want to call her, I want to talk to you about blah blah blah. I'm gonna leave it at blah 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 because I'm not trying to poke no bear. I'm gonna leave it at blah blah blah." And instead of her saying, "Okay, let's talk about that. Let me try to work on that. Let me try to improve it," she immediately deflects and says, "Well, you do this. What about that?" Okay, but why didn't you address that when you had an issue with it? Let's communicate. Let's talk. Versus you wait until I have an issue with something totally not related to that, and then you want to go off on me. So now we're not even going to get a chance to address the issue that I had. And I try to come to you the best way as possible. And all you want to do is deflect and say, "Hey, it's all your fault. You did this. This is not related." Anything to that effect. So I would ask, if something is burning, something is not right, something you have an issue with something and you want to discuss or talk about it, then talk about it whenever it is. Make sure it's not, your partner's not tired. This is, like I said, this is not a one-sided thing. This is both sides. This is a man approaching a woman approaching a man. It could be snoring. It could be, don't leave your clothes on the floor, or why'd you buy this? I'm concerned that you didn't pay this on time. Whatever the case, but it should be addressed close to the point of contact as possible. I would still include the times where, hey, this person, they just got off of work, they're not feeling well, or there's another issue that y'all are dealing with. I would wait till that passes, but still the first time is possible. Yeah, they do. Yay. Oh, hey, what? Yay. I'm sorry. They do that. However, don't do that. Communication is key. Address issues right then. Listen to understand and not respond. Can I get a witness? Gemini Two-Face. Okay. I would venture to say, Gemini, that if you have the man's attention, he's going to listen. Hey, Brooke, welcome back. He's going to listen to understand because he doesn't want you to have to repeat it over and over again. Like, that's a pet peeve of mine. If you talking to me and I wasn't listening, hold on, say it one more time, because I know that the words I say are very valuable. I know that whatever my response is, you're going to hold me accountable to whatever said response that I said. So I can't waste this shit and say, huh? Or what you say? Or make you even madder because I wasn't paying full and undivided attention. And again, I would say, you said right then, let's be considerate to, you might have found this out at a weird ass time. Do not wake them up, whoever, either side, at 2 o'clock in the morning. And don't do it when they first get home. So somewhere maybe after dinner, before the shower, depending on your situation. Please take that into account. Alex says, it depends on the person and how they accept criticism. Very true. Yeah, I mean, so everybody doesn't, you should know your partner. Hopefully you do. And then sometimes I've been told I'm sensitive as fuck. Just like that. I am sensitive. I don't want you to say the wrong thing to me. I don't want you yelling at me. I don't want you cussing at me. I want to be able to receive whatever in a amicable way. And I want to talk sensible between me and my significant other, or whatever the case. I do not like I got this. So my background is, my dad was a master sergeant, and I played football. I played football past college, and so these things reared me to have to take grown men that are smaller in stature than me because of my size yelling at me, and I had to take it. So now at my age, I don't want no fucking body yelling at me. It like a switch goes off, and I'm like, hey, who the fuck are you talking to? Like, it's been a couple times I'm like, all right, listen, I understand you're mad, frustrated, irritated, whatever the case may be. We need to separate. We need to walk away so that we can talk like adults. If we can't talk like adults, you feel that I'm too far away and I'm 2 feet, and you think I can't hear you, so you're raising your voice, then let's revisit this and give that same respect. Because if I'm ever, what's up, Mr. Lodge? How you doing, brother? I'm not wishing you happy Valentine's Day. It's just a man thing. I'm not going to take that. I used to work in a nightclub where people had to yell because I couldn't hear them directly in my ear. But if we're in a quiet setting, a calm place, I'm not dealing with the raised voice. Like, there's no reason for, especially if we're respecting adults to each other, there's no reason for us to yell at each other. That's not going to accomplish anything. And then if you say I'm trying to get my point across and passionate about it, well, let's reassess what your passion is, because I'm going to be distracted by the tone in your voice, by how loud you're yelling. And let's talk calmly as we are both adults and don't deal with children. So that shouldn't be an issue. Communication and how you present as well. Yes, Alex. I most definitely agree. That's why I was speaking about that. I saw that comment. Okay. So you don't like to raise your voice ever? I didn't say that. On the rare occasions that I do, I know that my voice carries. And I know that I can't go somewhere and raise my voice and people not pay attention. I'm already big as fuck. So they're gonna be like, damn, angry black man. So no. But I can. I mean, yes, I have lungs. I used to sing. I know that I project my voice. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying in a conversation that might lead to an argument or disagreement, then I will not raise my voice. Unless the person is raising a voice at me, then I will, once I catch myself, then I'll make sure I drop it back down and be like, hey, maybe we need to revisit this. Maybe we need to reevaluate and come back. Go to the bathroom. What'd you say, Jack? But he ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the Gemini, listen, the Bible says, whosoever will, let him come. I'm not worried about none of this. This is not even my hot topic. This is not even, I wish somebody give me a topic that they want some smoke with. That would be interesting. Here's the next one.
It is not required of me to make your plate, right? Like, I am not your mom. I'm not required to clean up after you. I'm not required to cook for you. I'm not required to do anything for you, right? Because you did not come out of me. I'm not your mom. As a man, as a person, as a human being, you should have been taught life skills to be self-sufficient. It's not a requirement for me to take care of you. If I want to do something out of the kindness of my heart, that's on me. If I do not want to do it, I'm not doing it. How about you make my plate? How about I cooked? Why don't you say to me, babe, why don't you go sit down? I'm going to make your plate. How much would you like?
They completely skipped over the fact that you just cooked for them.
Right.
They don't give a fuck.
No.
Forget that you cooked. You also have to serve. So
it is not required of me.
Okay. You love that, don't you? Thanks, Junior, for sending me those. I get these all the day. I get these all day. Gotcha. I get a lot of people sending me stuff. Hey, here's an idea. Here's a topic. Here's whatever. All right, so I'm not gonna bash her opinion, but obviously she's a modern woman. No problem. Obviously, she more than likely wants a 50-50 relationship. Both of them. I don't think that. I think a lot of modern women or women who have that stance. I mean, because there's a definitive line, and I think that it's the same line that of a traditional male versus a male who wants 50-50. I'm not gonna call him a beta, but it's a definitive line of what you want and how you want to handle it. I don't agree with them. Thank you, Girl Scout Cookies. Me either. Go ahead, Gemini. I have so much I want to say. You do. Jack, why you say fuck me? You know damn well you don't mean it. Well, these people don't know that we actually know each other.
Oh, hey, hello. Sorry,
How you look rough? On your head?
I do. I look a little rough. Hold on now. Fix myself up a little bit.
Good evening.
Okay.
Okay, what you got?
Hi. I would say that is so negative on that. As in, the new era is more so. Hold on, I'm sorry, it's my television. Let me cut this down. In my opinion, I feel like this. How can I say it? This society is bought off of internetness. You know, all this new age group know is all about get that bag, you know, trick off. That's what a man's supposed to do. You get him this, he's gonna pay for this. They're not used to that modern age. A woman is naturally submissive to her man when she's in love. When he treats her right, speaks love into her, gives her everything, a woman is naturally submissive.
And I appreciate you coming on. So, Ian, thank you for joining me. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, my question is, do you believe, whether she's traditional or not, there's a lot of women that say, I will be submissive to the right man, as in she could possibly be masculine, and then say she's going to turn on the feminine once she meets the right guy. How do you feel about that?
Say that again. I'm sorry. I didn't understand.
The woman will be submissive to the right man. So that means outwardly she might be masculine, not submissive. Then she meets the guy that she's worthy, then she will turn it on then.
I feel like, how can I say it? Right away, we don't know you're number one. I mean, you could illuminate that you're the number one. It's a facade right away, you know, because we're starting to meet each other. You know, I feel like, how can I say it? We feed each other. We're like a billboard ad. When we first meet, we're both telling you what we're looking for. So you could facade that image already, and I could automatically be submissive to you. So it just all depends on that male himself. Is he genuinely like this person for her to automatically click it on right away? Or is he just really doing this for this one moment in order to bang, you know, just to have her in her bed? Like I said, it's not a turn on switch when it comes to submissive. We become.
So the question, so the next part of the question is, okay, she can turn it on, but a man does not have that same option. We have to be in our masculine selves There you go with the bullshit, Girl Scout cookies. She said a vibe. She knows I can't fucking stand that. I mean, welcome to my show. I have regulars, and they know I can't stand it when a woman said it's a vibe, because as a man, I can't do anything to affect it positively or negatively. So, and you have to, I mean, as I explained it, I don't want to hear it's a vibe. Tell me something I can do to affect. Like, if I like you, if I walk up to you and say, hey, I'm attracted to you, my name is Blue, and then you say, no, I'm good, it's a vibe, then it's no vibe. Like,
But what do you mean by
no,
it's a vibe? That's
no,
about
it's not my
what
word.
is a vibe?
I can't stand it. Women say that. They'll say that as a disqualifying answer of why they would not deal with a guy. It's no vibe.
Well, first of all, when a guy is approaching us, you and like how you said that 5 feet rule thing. 5
How do
feet.
you go on that? Tell me
First
how you
thing
feel
we're
about
looking
that.
at
Do you understand?
that 5 feet thing, first, before we even speaking, when you like, hey, how you doing? It doesn't matter how you're approaching the hello, how you doing. We push that out the brain. First, I'm assessing you physically. I'm looking at your build. I'm looking at how you dressing, how you present yourself. I'm looking at your features first. If I see what I like based off how you look physically, then that gives me the, let me see what he's working with and stuff like that. That goes back to the old saying, you know, when we step out, you got to look your best, regardless if you're doing that. So that's the first thing we're looking at. I mean, over time, as a woman, we start maturing. Sometimes we don't even look like if you got the flashy change, but if you carry yourself well, your demeanor and stuff like that, then that conversation comes in. Then, then finally, if I'm intrigued enough, I might meet you halfway. And then if you got a good talk for gab and you making me laugh, then I'm fully there. But that 5 foot thing, we're physically looking at you first. I'm looking at your view. I'm looking at how you dress.
See a guy, he stops 5 feet before you, and he's like, hey, come here. Hey, how you doing? Good evening. My name is Blue. I'd like to have your name. Are you single? Or whatever he said. So if you give him the 30-second once over, so in that 30 seconds or less, you're going to determine whether you're going to walk towards him or you're going to be like, no, bro, I'm good. Appreciate the offer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's not how you speaking to. It's a little bit how you speaking. Like, I want to say it's about 20%, but 80% on how you looking at that moment. Because you got to think about it. You could come out the nicest car at a gas station, hop out. As long as I know you got a decent car, you looking rough, you can be like, hey, little star, you looking mad hell. All in my head is, no, I know you just hopped out of nice coupe. And I walked all the way to your car, head in the car, giving you my number and stuff like that. So it's just all about, in my opinion, it's just all about how you looking right now. Doesn't matter how you speaking to me right away, because like I'm saying, I'm really looking at how you
Girl
look.
Scout Cookie said, what if he comes in the store with T-shirt and joggers on, sweatpants, and has grass on? Does he have a shot?
Bet you if you knew what type
You
of car
didn't
he
see
was
the
in.
car. You didn't see the car.
Huh? See the car. So okay, so if I'm raggedy, but if he makes you laugh, it depends on the conversation. So if we just talking and you could be like, hey, what's up, little mom? Huh? I think it's just up to the female. It's the female. I mean, you could be the gentle person you could always be. Hey, how you doing, man? Just want to let you know you was looking so gorgeous today. All right, I know that.
Okay, so now I'm going to do something a lot of people don't. Tell me your ideal situation. Give me 2 examples of one that you would most definitely say no to. You can't see his car. All you do is see that person. And one that you would say yes to.
Okay. One I would say no to is like, hey, sorry. That right.
Hey, shot.
That's a disrespectful one. That's a no-no.
Okay. So after it don't matter.
Hey. No, because I'm looking like, who your little shawty? I mean, I know I'm short. But, and I'm older now, because I might not look my age, but I'm old. I'm 35, so.
Okay. How tall are you?
Am I? Well, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Who, me?
You're 5 what?
I'm 5 feet.
5 each?
5 feet.
Okay.
5 feet. 5 feet.
I mean, I'm calling you short, but you shout. Okay.
But that is like a no-no. or stuff like that.
All right. So what would be? So you're saying, so you mentioned something else. So if a guy doesn't come in and disrespect you by calling you shorty, because that's what I was telling my cousin. My cousin said come in, break the ice, talk about a feature on her that's positive, and crack a joke on it. But
let me give you an example of how somebody approached me one time in a restaurant. So first thing the guy do when he sees something he likes, he eyes it first to see if it's respectful, to see if that's his type or something like that. And actually, that's what the gentleman did, because I asked him, I said, what made you approach me? He said, I like what I seen, and then I went for it. So how he broke the ice, because I didn't pay him no type of attention, he started off with a joke. He was like, he came up to me, he was like, no, he said, you from around this area? What would you call this area? And I was like, I consider this Decatur right now. And then he's like, yeah, I knew this was Decatur. And then he made like a little funny joke that made me laugh. And then that's how he broke the ice. And after that, he was very, and then we started laughing. And then that's how our conversation came in. A guy has to know how to basically, if a person knows how to communicate,
but he passed.
you could break.
He did that, but he passed the 30-second test, right?
Well, no, I didn't walk
fair.
towards him. He walked towards me. He approached me.
I mean, I'm saying, but either way, even when he approached you, he passed the 30-second test. Like you gave him once over while he was approaching.
The funny thing about it, I didn't even look. The funny thing about it, I didn't even pay attention of his looks right away, because he caught me off with the jokes and stuff like that. So that threw me way off. Because once we went, and the thing about it, I went out with him that following day. And then I told him I physically didn't even look you up and down because you threw me off the track with the joke you told me and stuff like that. So he really caught me off with a good conversation.
My next question is,
and stuff like that.
My analogy of a woman walking around society with blinders on, do you understand what I'm saying, and what are your thoughts on that? Okay.
What do you mean?
I don't even
as they're missing the red flags.
There's no such thing. So listen, I'm saying you're going about your day. You're at Publix. You're at whatever your local grocery store is, right? So you're focused on overspending. If you're a female in a grocery store, you might have your list, but you're focused on overspending. I got $100 bill. I'm gonna make sure I spend $125. Jokes. So you got your blinders on. I'm only looking for what I'm looking for. So if you don't see if what you're trying to do, what your goal is not in your purview, you're not paying attention. So what I'm saying is, if whatever you're focused, you don't see another man unless like hits your buggy, almost knocks you down or something like that, you're not paying attention. Unless it's your qualification. You're right. 5 foot, so you see somebody who's like 5'8", 5'9", nice hair, whatever you like, complexion that you like, close to you. You're like, oh, sir. And then now you have your opportunity, your 30 seconds. Or then you weren't paying attention. You agree with me?
Right.
Okay. So what I'm telling guys is, you got to find a way to get in her. I'm not saying knock women down, but you got to find a way to get inside of her blinders where she can see you. Because if not, she gonna walk right past you. She ain't paying no attention. So you always got to be on. If you're pursuing, you always got to be on. And I understand what Girl Scout Cookies was talking about, hey, I just got through cutting the yard. I own my own home. I'm looking kind of raggedy, but hey, he still could have, he could have some polo driving pants on. He could have some older shoes. I own like 2 pair of white shoes, but I would never wear them. Like, I have some white shoes. I actually have a pair of white shoes that are like 6 years old that I only worn 7 times. Like I was like, damn, what about these? I can't wear them. Okay, that's really all I had. I don't want to take up all your time. I really appreciate that you popped on. Any questions you might have for me? Anything? It doesn't matter the topic.
No.
Okay.
No, I just like to speak my.
Well, don't be a stranger. I do shows Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Same basic format. Like I said, a lot of people want Valentine's Day dates, but I still got some people in the audience. So
Valentine's is so overrated. You should have that for every.
Valentine's is a capitalist holiday. You your bottom line overcharge. Like steak costs more than Flower duck roses cost 3 times as much. Chocolate costs more. Hey, sassy. Chocolate costs more. Hotel rooms went up $40 to $50 a piece. All these things. All it is a it's a capitalistic way, just like Christmas, Thanksgiving. They actually schedule
Right.
when shipping out, because I used to work for Amazon. This is the first holiday since Christmas where they can get a little bump in exporting. So Dubug says I'm on the goddamn couch. But you married, bro. You should have looked. You should have thank you. You should have bought her some candies, flowers, ate the pussy, and she should be ready to go to bed. Like, you did what you were supposed to do, hopefully. Or bought her a diamond bracelet or earrings or whatever the fuck. I mean, you've been married for a while, so this ain't new. Brooke said, exactly, my dude don't celebrate Valentine's Day. He let it be known when we met. I don't disagree with him. I think it's overrated. I think you should say hello, happy Valentine's Day. I think that you should give random gifts. I'm not doing all that. You're not doing all what? I think that you should, if you're in a committed faithful relationship, you should give gifts, acts of kindness throughout the year. Acts of kindness, gifts, even if a woman says those are not her love languages, they will be. I don't know a woman who does not appreciate a random gift or something that she likes, whatever it is. It could be oysters, crab legs, crab cakes. I like crab cakes. Whatever kind of food she likes, whatever kind of sweets, whatever kind of different, I don't know, small stuff, wine, I don't know. There's a varying thing. Whatever it is, you should do that often, weekly, bi-weekly, just show your appreciation, and it should be consistent. In that way, it'll take the pressure off of Valentine's Day. So that's my thought. Yeah, hit the like button, man. I'm not. What are you just saying you're not doing, Duba? Brooke, do you know what really happens on Valentine's Day? What happens on Valentine's Day, Brooke? Brooke Lynn Zoo. The unfortunate part is I'm alone in the country and I don't have nothing to do. Okay. Random gifts at any time is my thing. Thank you, Girl Scout Cookies. Please don't wait till Valentine's Day to buy me nothing. I just said that. I disagree with if a man says, "Hey, I'm not buying. I'm only waiting till Valentine's Day." Hell, put the shit on layaway on Valentine's Day and get it out in March or April. Or, like I said, show your love and appreciation for your significant other throughout the year. It'll go a lot longer. You'll do a lot better. And like I said, acts of kindness is a love language that's consistent. No matter what her actual love language is, you can ask. But hold on, Gemini. There's only one preacher here. This Bishop Blue. Everybody else, y'all just in the congregation. I don't want to hear that. It was a massacre, and a lot of people was raped. Eek. And I actually read that. Dubug done got put on. No, he didn't. He not my boy. My boy ain't get put on the couch. There was also a St. Valentine's massacre involving Al Capone in 1923, I want to say, where they killed like 20 or 30 people. They were acting like they were cops, lined them up and shot them all. I remember that. I like history. All the extra Vaseline, no Valentine, I said Vaseline. All the extra Valentine stuff, we're past that in our relationship. They basically turn a negative thing into something positive to make money. I agree. They always do. Evangelist is here. Stop hating. But I ain't hating. But there's only one bishop. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, they do. I mean, every reason they can turn something into a holiday and say, hey, something's on sale. We have so many federal holidays throughout the year now, and there's only one that they took a step down, which is Martin Luther King, go figure, that does not have the same emphasis that it used to. Although they added Veterans Labor Memorial. They added Veterans Day, which is basically the same thing as Memorial Day, but it's later in the year and it's like on a Thursday. So that gives the people the reason to add that, to turn that into a 4-day weekend, because you use one of your personal days for that Friday. You had Veterans Day on Thursday night, you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's what a lot of people do. Pastor Blue, I understand, Dubug, it is overrated, and unfortunately, I teach it. Happy Valentine's Day. All right. So I did my 2 reviews, and now, okay, so I'm going to do, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes about the topic. Anybody wants to hop on live, please let me know. Any questions for me in the chat that you want to ask, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer. I like an interactive chat with you. So the question tonight was how, you know what, I forgot my name. Qualifying, there we go, sorry. Qualifying the man that you want. Okay, I know I'm a little bit late getting to it, but so the topic is for tonight, qualifying the man you want. What does that mean? Qualifying the man you want. So it goes into what I was talking about a little earlier. So a woman normally has, even though she'll say it's a vibe, don't come for me, she'll say it's a vibe. So what I'm trying to do is ask women to be a little bit more reasonable on what your expectations is for the man that you want to be your mate, the man that you want to accept, the man that you're willing to say he's good enough. Because somebody in the chat, please tell me I'm wrong. Men look to qualify, women look to disqualify. So with that said, you see a guy, you're like, man, he's almost good enough, but he's not, because not tall enough, don't make enough money, not the right complexion, hairstyle, beard, shoes are dusty, whatever the case, shoulders not broad enough, whatever the case. So you disqualify him. But how do you get, and let's just say out of 10 categories, right? Out of 10 categories, you disqualify him because of 1. So now he's 8 out of 10. And you don't know the rest all the way, but he's 8 out of 10. So what I'm saying is take a different approach. Take one of those away. Say that, all right, so his shoes aren't all the way right. They got grass on them. It was wet outside. He had to walk through the grass. Okay. Let's see if anything else is okay with him. Oh, the way he approached me, he said, "Good evening, ma'am. How are you?" He speaks well, courteous, seems to be groomed, but he's not tall enough. I'm like Alex said, I'm 5 foot. I want somebody who's 5'8", 5'9", but he's 5'6". You still looking up to him. You eye to eye if you in heels. Let's qualify him. Because there's, in Atlanta, it's 20-1. Memphis is 10-1. Nashville, it's 12 or 13-1. So there's all these extra men that are just hanging out, and they're not getting no women. They're not getting no women. They're available, but they're not qualified for what you're looking for. So what I'm saying is change your blinders. We agree with you, though. So what's the question? I'm getting to it. Thank you. I'm saying change your blinders. Find a way to qualify more and reset what's important. And I would say the outcome, because I'm a results-driven person, the outcome should be what's important to you. How? Because I understand that you don't want to settle. I get that. But if you've gone years and years and you still haven't found the desired result you want, is it him? Because you didn't accept him. So what can you do to look in the mirror and say, hey, you know what? Let me change my qualifications. Let me change my qualifying marks to maybe somebody, because we're all human and nobody's perfect this walking. No matter what they look like, nobody's perfect. So I'm saying, if you got 10 qualifying marks, adjust one of them. Adjust one of them. And then maybe it'll open up the filters. Because like if you're, let's just say I'm in logistics. So if I'm looking for a load and I change where it's picking up, where it's going, how much it weighs, just change the filter. and then you'll see more options available. He won't be perfect, but if he is an alpha male and able to take care of me in the household, okay, you got to get to that point where you can find out if he's actually alpha. You can't just look at a man. Well, some guys, they walk with it, they talk with it, you can tell. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm saying still give somebody else an opportunity to find out. And if they still don't qualify, then they just don't qualify. I'm not saying accept shit, but I'm saying maybe the guy who is not 6 foot, he's 5'9" or 5'10". Let's talk to him. Dubug says, in some ways, everybody going to have to compromise and change. Yes, correct, Dubug. Jack, hey, Bishop Dubug. I mean, Dick and Dubug night. And I'm saying that. I'm saying for the women, if you're, and I'm not coming for nobody, so don't even start. If you're past 35 and your desired result is to be married, and you've been single for more than 18 months, and you're not finding the guy that you're looking for, if you say that there's piss in the pool, I've heard that many times. Okay, well then we need to reanalyze. So the theory from when I was a kid, I used to go to the public swimming pool. On the short end, there will be where it's that funny color yellow, and then once you get past the 5 feet mark, then it started getting blue, and then when you got to 12 foot, it was crystal clear. So everybody was peeing in the short end. So maybe you're looking in the wrong end of the pool. Maybe you need to dive in, maybe a little bit midway or closer to the other end, and learn how to swim. We're going to learn how to venture out. Yes, give him a chance. He may be a powerful force in a different package. Yep. So what I'm saying is, go approach it. The pool is going to be the pool. If there's piss in the short end, okay, that's where everybody else is looking. That's where there's so much piss. So go in midway or further down, and then maybe you might find the prizes you're looking for. No piss in the pool, further down. Stop saying, hey, I want this, this, and this. I heard women say, but don't change it to where you're offended, where you just say, what's for me is for me. Well, shit, I'm sorry. That shit ain't working. If, like I said, if you're past 35, you've been single, have not had a committed relationship for more than 18 months, you're on the wrong end of the pool because there's men available. Even though, and you might say, well, they ain't shit. I'm telling you, there's men available who want to be faithful. They want to be dependent of a woman. They want to pour all their resources into one woman, and they've just been burnt because the men, they were on the wrong end of the fucking pool too. They looking on the shallow end. They looking for the ass. They looking for the titties. Looking for the pretty toes, the long hair, and they got pissed in their pool. So now they only want to get in the water, but they looking for you, 6-figure DJ. What's up, Buddha? Some women want a unicorn. Yeah, and guess what that means? So let me. Whenever we say unicorn on here, let me explain what that means. So there's percentages and numbers, demographics, and everything, right? So a unicorn means that whatever you're looking for is less than 1% of availability. Less than 1. So that means out of the 230 million people in America, you're looking at maybe 10 across all lower 48. So the fact that if you think that you're going to find him and he's available, and yeah, that just hurt my feeling, boo. Atlanta doesn't play fair. I didn't say it did, Gemini. It doesn't play fair. But so now you have to change what you're doing. You need to go look in the middle of the pool or the deep end. If you like short guys, go for tall guys. You like tall guys, go for short guys. I mean, all the parts are interchangeable. We're all human. I mean, we all consume basically the same stuff. I know a lot of black women want to date black men. I know it's more common for lighter women to want to date darker men. Darker men want lighter women. Light. I mean, the how the complexions work, even though it doesn't matter, because my grandmother was super light. So the fact that you would see my grandmother and me, but how are y'all related? That's how it works. Was not trying to hurt your feeling. But anyway, like I said, a unicorn is something that's like you haven't seen one in real life, a flying horse with a horn coming out of his forehead. So that's what we said, unicorn. Like that's not realistic. Let's bring it back a little bit. Let's change your expectations so that you can qualify somebody to at least have a shot for looking at your desired result of having a good, faithful man to provide and protect, and try to create a either 2-parent household or a household. Hey, Casey, good evening. Happy Valentine's Day. Create a household that is, instead of struggling to be in 2,000 square feet now together, you can have it easily 4,000 or 5,000 square feet home. Both of y'all are working. And I'm not against a modern family, a woman who works, a man who works, they split the bills. No, I'm just saying a lot of people still want traditional. And I think, thank you, ma'am. I think that it just depends on what you want. It depends on what your market value is. It depends on, like, I know some guys who say, hey, I make 100. I want a girl who makes 75 to 80. I want to put this together and we're going to do this thing together. That's cool. That's that guy. And there's some guys who make 80. Don't make the 100. And they still want to be traditional. I want you to live off what I make. I want you to put yours in the pot for vacations and savings and retirement. And we do this together. Yes, a lot of us do. Okay, sure. I don't have, no, I'm sorry. Skipped it. Brooklyn says, sure. Don't I have twins? One is light skin and the one is light brown. Okay, true. Mind you, as I am dark chocolate, don't know where these kids came. They came from you. You don't know where they came from. That's funny. All y'all laugh at that. I mean, no. So when you're talking about black people, the dynamic of the complexion stuff, it really doesn't matter anymore because you don't know once you put this with this what you're gonna come out with. There's no way for you to tell. There's no way to tell about how the hair is gonna be, who's gonna have what nose. You just putting it in God's hands and saying, please give me a healthy baby and I'll be happy with it. And that's why I think that as we continue to grow, as the demographics of America change, there's a lot of people who say, I don't like this person because they don't look like this. All that's going to go away before the end of the century because there's going to be a lot more people who look like they are light-skinned, Hispanic, no race or denomination. You can't tell. You can't tell by the hair. You can't tell by the way they speak. And you're just going to have to ask, well, who's your mom and dad? And then in a couple more generations, you're not going to be able to tell them because you had two mixed people. And then I'm a history buff. The Constitution said one drop, which is 158. So you have somebody who has not had a black person related to them in 5 generations, but they still consider black based on what the Constitution says. Look it up. Those genes reach back. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So women, and same thing for men. This is not just, I'm saying the women's side because that's normally who I'm talking to. But if you're not having the desired result that you want, then something has to change. And it's your decision making to change it. And I would tell that to a man, hey, if you're only looking for 5'5" with brown eyes and a fat ass, and you're not getting your desired result, then you need to look for something else. If you say you want to be with, you want to continue to be heterosexual and look and find somebody, then you have to look for something else. I feel you totally, but I prefer a tall, dark chocolate fella, but it's not in stone. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Well, like I talk about writing in pencil and ink. Make sure you write in pencil what your desired results are so that when you do find it and you find that guy, you're like, oh, well, you know what? He wasn't as tall or he wasn't as dark or whatever the case, and you took something away and you replace it with what he has, and now you're happy because he's trying to treat you like a queen, and you didn't put him through too much shit. Agreed. I had to look for myself first. Girl, me too. Y'all so funny when y'all talk to each other. Okay, and so one more thing that I want to go over is, for whatever reason, if the vibe takes too long and you're vetting this guy to see if he's worthy enough to get your cookies, not Girl Scout cookies, but cookies in general. If you're trying to see if you want to give him some and it's taking too long, if you make it past the 90-day mark, then you need to X that man out. He's not for you. You say, why? Why, Blue? Because now that you made him wait that long, you risk him getting his lick back. And I talked to a couple guys that said, man, 30, and they said 90 days. Goddamn, that's 3 months. That's 3 30s. Yes, that's the math. Now that's a whole word. Got to pass the vibe check. Yeah, I don't like it though. I'm trying to accommodate my constituents to talk the talk. Okay, chemistry matters, and 90 days is a long time. Yes, it is. That's why I'm saying. So, Casey, this is what I'm saying. I'm not just talking to you, but you haven't responded to it. I'm saying if it takes you 90 days to finish vetting him and you still don't feel that vibe, let that man go. Cut him off. If you hit the 80-something days and you still don't want to give him none because you don't trust, you don't believe, you're not feeling it, you don't think that you want that dick, then let him go. Because whenever you decide to, it's not going to be good for you, any woman. If a guy has to wait that long in today's market, if he has any value, now if he's a piece of shit, he wasn't getting none before you met you, he hadn't had sex in 69 months, 45 days. Why you got a question mark? Why you got to wait that fucking long? Jim, now let me address the 90 first, and then I come back to the 45. You get to 90 days, so you got to realize at a certain point, if a man thinks you stringing him along, and he has it in his eyes, he's dead set, he's laser focused, I want them draws, no matter what. So then you say, well, I'm gonna take him up through there. I'm gonna see how long he's gonna wait. And then you're like, okay, he's taking me out, he's taking me to dinners, he's being gentlemanly, all these nice things, but he's taking you out to dinners. He's saying, hey, meet me here, or would you like something nice? And he's doing random acts of kindness and all this other stuff. So that tab is running up in his head, right? And that tab that hit the $1,000 mark on the dinners, on the random stuff, on the gifts. It's hit that $1,000 mark, but it's not. You're still not ready. You're still not feeling that. It's not gonna go well. I'm telling you. So then it defaults back to a man will wait however long it takes if he don't have shit else to do. If he didn't have that much high value in the first place, he gonna wait, whether it be 6 minutes, 6 hours, 6 days, 6 weeks, or 6 months. If that was his goal, then that's what he's gonna do. Dubuck says if you ain't feeling the chemistry within 2 weeks, cut it off. They ain't gonna do that. The ticket ain't high enough, Dubuck. They ain't listening to what you're saying, Bishop. I'm only saying fucking in 2 weeks, but at least you know what you're gonna get down. And yeah, I agree. But sometimes they'll say, well, I wasn't feeling it yet. Okay, I'm saying let it go. But I'm most definitely saying there's no too soon. Women will say there's no too soon. I would say, I mean, like, I don't have a problem with a one-night stand. Like, there's people who've married off a one-night stand. They meet them, and everything was right, and then the sex was awesome for both sides, and they were like, man, I needed you in my life. You can do that thing. Or he was just the right mix of manliness that you wanted. Everything else was great. Then you figured out who he was in real life after. He was not a shyster. He was a good man, hardworking. You know, he probably didn't make as much money, but he was a hard worker and he wanted and had ambition or whatever the case. Then it is what it is. So I would say there's no too soon, but I'm saying there is a too long. And then, I would say, kind of like Dubug, I would say after the second date, you need to determine if you're going to give him something and then start the countdown. Because after the second date, now that counter for the dinners, for the gifts is working. And if a man spends $1,000 on you, then his expectations start to mount. And I'm not saying that I'm saying you should have a reasonable expectation for if this man can afford to spend that on you, then he has some kind of value. Like it just goes with it. If he can afford to spend it, then he has some kind of value. Well, damn it, Casey says, but you're right. We usually know the first date. What I'm saying is know by the second date. So if you, at the first date, you should say, okay, I meet him, I talk to him on the phone, everything's cool. I see him in person, he is who he is, no catfish. And I think I might want to see what his dick looks like. I think so. Second date, 100%, whether it's the next day or next week, he buys another dinner. It's not some bullshit. It's not McDonald's or coffee shop. It's the actual date, dinner or lunch or dinner. Then you go, you need to say, okay, I for sure, if the time is right and the situation is right, I will be comfortable having sex with this man and blah, blah, blah. But if If you're saying no after the second date, I don't think so, then you need to stop. Or if you continue to talk to him, don't accept any more dates where he's spending money. Meet him in a public place. Meet him, good evening. Went by YQ. Interesting. Happy Valentine's Day. Cut him off. Say, hey, meet me at the mall. Let's go walking. Let's go meet me at the gym, and then stop the tab. And then he said, no, well, I want to get to know you better. Because somebody asked me that. Well, what do I do if I still want to get to know him better? You need to have more FaceTime videos. You need to meet him in public places. I'm not saying go over if you're not confident, if you're not comfortable and confident, but stop the tab, get to know him better, talk to him more, and then if he says, I want to meet you. Hey, I'm going to Walmart. You want to walk around shop with me? Spend some random free shit time so that he's not spending his money. And then eventually, if this goes on for a couple weeks and you're still not feeling it, then you're just not feeling it. Stop right there. I have no problem with it. All right. Heather says, so if a woman gives you some within the first week, you should still pursue a relationship with her, assuming the vibe is like, yeah, that's not going to stop him. So if the man approached you, I'm gonna give you an example and tell me if I'm wrong, right? Man approached you, so he already decided that he wanted you. Now, if he continues to pursue you after you say hello, after a couple conversations or FaceTime, he takes you out to dinner. He says, hey, based on what his budget is, you have a nice time, but you don't sleep with him then. If he continues to talk to you and continues to pursue you, then yes. And then in your conversation, if it's more than just about sex, if he's over the age of 35, it's not going to just be about sex. It just can't. Like, yeah, they might want to see something. They might want you to show them something. They're going to mention it just to make sure you're not celibate and not going to drag them along, because there's women who do that. Then yes, but as long as the communication is well and it's pursuing something more than sex, and then also pursuing something that you have some things that you're agreeing on. I met a woman, got down that same night. Those situations normally last longer than those that they're holding out on the cooch. I agree. Men don't look at women having sex fast as in a derogatory way, especially if it's great. If she know what the fuck she's doing, that'll keep, like, men will stay because of sex. Don't get it twisted. We will stay if the sex is good enough. If the head is good enough, pause. If the head is good enough, he will stay and figure some shit out, especially if she do some shit that nobody else did, or she loves it and shows appreciation. Or if the combination of sex and her acting like she really likes, cares, and he's attractive to her, and she shows that and reflects that, then he's gonna find a way to stay. We qualify, not disqualify. We're like, damn, sex is good. She cooks, she cleans. Man, we don't always get along sometimes. And a man will say, I just gotta shut the fuck up because I don't want to lose these benefits. They're that goddamn good. So that we're in a different situation than women. Yeah, that's right, Two-Face. What did I say? Something wrong? No, he's preaching the gospel according to Blue. Gemini, no, you didn't. It's actually the truth. I know it is. You're not lying. Here we are 12 years later. Yeah, she put that thing on him. If the head's right, I'm the head now. Actually, you know what? I gotta find a video. There's this woman. This goes down as a gospel according to Blue. Hold on one second. There's a woman on the video that says, and I actually seen it. Somebody else told me about it, but I seen it. She said, if you want to reduce your arguments, if you want to reduce your conflict, if you want to reduce multiple issues in your relationship, and you want to put it easier to keep your man around, give him head every day, see what happens. Head every day, see what happens. Because it is more often, like, a man has to be, especially, I'm going to put it with this other caveat. This combination. Head every day, randomly pull your titties out. Or send them the titty pic randomly. You do those two things on a consistent basis, it is hard for a man to be like, you know what, I'm mad at you. I'm irritated with you. Because you give him what he wants. Like, he made the choice to be with you. He likes those things. He wants to be around those things. Heaven says, I heard that. Show him your tits, give him head every day. There's no stat on it, but it's good. Like when will he have the opportunity to be mad? He's not, because like if you send a guy a tit pic, and he's not expecting it, you gonna brighten up his day. He gonna be like, ooh, I can't show nobody else except to my old lady, but thank you. I know I seen him this morning, but I just want to see him again. Thank you. Yes, Casey. I don't know who you dating. Yeah, send whoever you're dating if you get comfortable. Send them a picture of you topless. Now you ain't got to put your face in there. Yeah, I told you there's a gospel according to Blue. Listen, them two things, because it don't work like that for women. We can't say send you a dick pic and have sex with you every day or eat you every day. It don't work like that. It does not have the same effect on a woman that it does a man. If a woman, because like that is like the ultimate appreciation. You know, this is what I want. A man, if he's attracted to his woman, it could be your ass. You show him that every day, because we're visual. Show him that every day. Another pic, or just when he's getting ready to go, you getting ready in the morning, whatever case. Hey baby, I just want to show you one more time. Or top him off randomly. Come on with your question here. Dating no one. That's the problem. Okay, well, you can't do that, obviously, because you don't have no significant other to do that. So now I would motion you to modify your parameters, go to the middle of the pool to find your next man, and then once you get said next man, whether there is no piss, flash your tits on a regular basis. I'm telling you, it don't get no better than for a man to see a woman. Hey, you know what? He could be sitting on the couch watching football, even though it's over because Super Bowl was Sunday. You show him some tits, he changes his whole mood. I mean, his dick gonna start tingling like, man, she might give you something. You hit them with the 1-2 punch, flash him, then give him some head. All right. Did that in a relationship, suck dick every day, but he became selfish about it. How do you prevent this? I need more information. He became selfish how? Because you're giving him head. Are you saying that you were expecting him to give you some in return, whether actual sex or eat you out? Or I don't understand. If you're giving him head, then it's an act of kindness for you, and he's to receive. So I need more information. Titty pics just makes you use. Oh damn it! Titty pics just makes use have a better day. I mean, you got to type a little bit better. Titty pics just make you have a better day. Yes, sir. That is very correct. I would agree with that 100%. I mean, like I said, it's a simple thing. And this is the funny part. Women will say, well, you've seen them before. I don't give a fuck. I want to see them again. Act like I hadn't seen them every fucking time. It does not get old. Change the angle, move it up here, move it down there, from the bottom, other side, smush them together. It don't fucking matter. You can't have too many of the same fucking thing, especially if it's your significant other, right? But you need something back sometimes. Okay, well now he's just a piece of shit. Like, if you're doing that every day and he's loving it, he's not telling you to stop, but he's never reciprocating. He have a conversation. Hey, baby, I'm not gonna stop sucking your dick. I want you to be happy, but I need something in return, especially right before you nut, because he's gonna say yes. I don't care what the woman said. Right before you nut, you know he's about there. Baby, I need you to eat me. I need some something. Well, that wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't work. I need you to eat me after you get done, or do it for however long the halfway mark is from the time you start to normally finish. Stop right there. Say, hey, I want you to come on my butt or something. I don't know, but change it up. Let him know that you need to be receiving at some point. You know what I'm saying? You know already. Cause our cousins winked by YQ. Interesting. YQ, please follow me. I have this content on a regular basis. Hey, we're almost done for the night. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Again, as always, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I will have I'm thinking Thursday is going to be a long show because I got like 4 or 5 people that want to come on because they weren't able to come on tonight. Friday, I already have a guest separate from that. Probably Farmer and Dubug. And Shay Smoochers is coming back. I learned so much. Well, I'm just saying. Okay, so ladies, before I go, this is my question. So I'm telling you as a man, Dubug's telling you as a man, Jack is telling you as a man. You give us head every day. You show me your tits that I can see naked whenever you're in the shower. You lay in the bed, but still, it's 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm working hard. You send me a titty pic. I'm happy. Thank you. I'm coming home smiling just because you did it. You might get a nice warm embrace, a kiss on the neck or something like that. Something that you're like, oh, baby, why are you so happy? You should send me a titty pic. Okay, cool. Me too, every week. Okay. I'm trying. Okay. So listen, here's my question to you ladies. To Gemini, your cousin, Casey. Who else we got in here? Cookies, Heather. Who else we got? Yeah, let's see it right now. Okay. What is the two things, sexual or not, that a man can do to you for 14 to 21 days straight that will change your mood every day and put you in a better situation and put him in a better situation, even if he fucked up? But if he does these two things every day, you will be an appreciative, and these things will not make you mad no matter how irritated you are, no matter what situation you're in. If he does these two things, you will be in a better situation. Go. Randomly tell me. I want to know. Because that's the way I can spread the gospel. I can tell other men. Women said these two things are the equivalent to getting head and titty pics. I know those are concrete when it comes to men. Head and titty pics. And then here's the other thing. What's up, Mookie? Here's the other thing. And this is pissed a couple women off. Don't have to ask for it. Don't have to beg for it. So if you're volunteering, you seeing him come out the shower, or you say, I mean, like, I'll be honest, I've heard this. Hey, I'm watching TV, just me and her. Go get some soap and water. Or hey, you want to see a motherfucker turn to the damn light up like a Christmas tree? Because you know what that means. You ain't got to take a shower. Just go get some soap and water, wipe it off. I'm ready. Just see what, if you have that situation, go get some soap and water. See what he do. See if he don't light up like a Christmas tree. All right, encourage me and meet a need without asking. Okay, tell me what they are. I need that. What kind of encouragement? What kind of need do you need? What kind of need? I can't even say it right. What do you need met? I need specifics, please. Head and more head. You saying you want head, Gemini? What's the other? If head is equivalent to head, then what's the other thing? I said two. Morning sex and a goodbye kiss. Morning sex every day, and a kiss, it should be standard. I need another one. But also grab me from behind while I'm doing something random. Okay, grab you from behind. What's the second one? Because you're saying meet the need. I get that, but what is the need? So, Casey, let's see, encouragement. What kind of encouragement? I understand words of encouragement. You're doing a good job. Food just tastes good. You look beautiful. What? Tell me. Give me more. Literally, if I need gas, food, but damn it, Casey. Listen, I'm simple. I ask a question. I want that direct answer. You give me a plethora. Specifically, what you want. Like if you had to choose two things, this is what I want. YQ says that's a hard one. I'm thinking it's not that hard, sweetheart. It's not. Feed me, fuck me, and shut the fuck up. No, that's what I want you to do. Tell me the crush of the day. Tell me to crush the day and get this money. Okay. And then rub your feet, is what you're saying? It's not that hard. I don't know why. And that's my thing. And like I said, I don't need them three if you give me them two. I'll take them two over them three. I'll just stop and get some KFC or some Popeyes before I get home. It's going to be a good night. Yeah, night. Okay. Two Faces, feed me. I'm simple too. I can buy what I want. Don't start that shit. So I want time. No, we ain't talking about buying nothing. Okay, listen. Let's start over. Y'all making this more difficult than it needs to be. Okay, so one person has told me, so Gemini Two Faces made it simple. She said she wants some food, which I'm sure she can cook. But she said she wants some food, and she wants some head. So she wants her pussy and she wants some food. Okay, we got that. Casey said she wants verbal encouragement to have a great day, be prosperous, and either rub her feet or put some gas in her car. So we're going to, women, stop saying food. I want you to cook for me. So, I mean, I say what you can do for 14 and 21 days. Do you really want your man cooking for you for 14 and 21 days and you don't do that at all? I don't believe that. Y'all Southern women. I don't believe it. You want time. Time is the most expensive thing available. Out of all things, time is the most expensive thing. All right, YQ, where you at? And girls feed me, you playing. All right, we're gonna give y'all a couple more minutes. This is not that difficult of a question. This is not. Heather, Duba, what are 2 things that you would do for your wife to show appreciation that you could actually do for 14 to 21 days straight? What you got, Brooklyn? What would you want your significant others to do for you for 14 to 21 days straight and just put you in a better mood? I like to eat, so let's do 3 meals a day. 1 I will cook for him. Which meal are you cooking? Because I only know how to cook breakfast, so that's off the table. I gotta cook the breakfast because I can't cook shit up. My 2 things: start the shower in the morning for me, and remind me I can meet my money needs and goals. Are you in sales or commission based? Because I don't know what you do. Dinner. You gonna cook dinner? Two-Face. Okay, Casey, that's cool. Your 2 things: start the shower, get it going. You up late, man? Good evening. Happy Valentine's Day. I run a non-profit. Okay, so you're all about the profit. I got you. Is it true that if you have a 501c3, you only have to give 10% to whatever you say is denoted as your charity that you're running a nonprofit for? Or is it 5%? I read that somewhere. Yes, I will cook dinner. Cool. You want to jump in the conversation, New York Kisses? The question is, right before you came on, I went over the fact that if you have a man, a significant other, that if you gave him head every day and showed him a titty pic, that will change the dynamic of the relationship. I'm telling you this from a man's perspective. This will change the dynamic of the relationship. What are 2 things, because women aren't as sexual, what are 2 things that you would want that a man can do for you for 14 to 21 days straight, and it puts you in a good mood every time? So back to Two-Face. So you saying cook breakfast and 3 meals a day, 2 meals. That's not possible. He's a hard worker, man. That shit ain't gonna work. So cook, get his ass up, cook breakfast. What else? And you want head? Okay, that's right. Breakfast and head. So breakfast in bed and head. Okay, gotcha. Girl Scout Cookie says, slap my butt and always say, I can't wait to see you later. Okay, what's the second thing? Why y'all being difficult? 5% if you're a foundation. Sheesh. Hey, Terica, good evening. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, yeah, that's no problem. So slap my butt and say, I can't wait to see you later. What was your other thing? Hold on a second. No. Okay, slap your butt and what else? Morning sex and goodbye kiss, that same thing. Okay, so you want some dick in the morning and tell me you want it again later on. Gotcha. A back rub and cuddling. Okay. Thank you, New York Kisses. Hey, Terica. Question is, so I said that if you're in a committed relationship, significant other, if you gave your man head every day and send him a titty pic while he's at work, that would change the dynamic of the relationship, put him in a better mood every day. What are 2 things that you would want to receive, if your choice, to receive daily for at least 14 to 21 days, and it'll put you in a better mood every day? So New York Kisses, no food, no foot rubs, no, you said back rubs, so that's cool. And cuddle. I mean, you know, cuddling could lead to spooning could lead to dick in somewhere. Morning sex. Yes, ma'am. I got it. Morning sex and a slap on the ass. Okay. Are we only waiting on one person? We just waiting on YQ. What does YQ stand for? Wink by YQ. I love massages. Okay, what's the other thing? Where you want it to be massaged? Mind you, don't say randomly, generalize. No, you want shoulder, back, butt, feet. Who is this? YQ.
I'm not gonna listen to me. I'm driving. I was trying to respond, and I responded.
I didn't see what you said, sweetheart. What'd you say?
What I say? Wild sex and making me laugh. If you can make me laugh every day, then we having good conversations, getting along, and you bend my ass over every day, then I'm a happy person. When you gotta feed me, I can feed myself.
Hopefully you feed
That's
him.
not one of those, oh, I can do it myself. I don't need no man. I'm not one of those. I'm just saying, that would make me happy. I came on here kind of aggressive. I'm sorry. I'm an aggressive person. You don't even know me like that. I apologize.
I'm not. I didn't take
It's
your.
like you, but my name is Shaquana. You can say Shaquana. Nice to meet you. Hi, everybody.
Okay, so you didn't put yourself underbone. So I got a couple of questions for you. You said wild sex. So here's my question to you. What does that mean? Does that mean, because I know some people, they'll do a whole bunch of shit behind closed doors. But for other people, that means, i.e. me, I want to do shit in places I'm not supposed to do it. That turns me on.
Yeah, I want to do it places that we're not supposed to do it.
Okay.
And I don't want you to make love to me all the time. Let's have some love sex. We ain't got to go into detail, but you know what I mean. We all adults. We know what I mean.
Right, no.
They own little, hurt me so good.
You said good.
What you say?
You said hurt me so good.
Hurt me so good, yeah.
Okay. Are you just leaving your date with me?
Hold on, let me make sure I'm up a little bit. Repeat that.
I said, are you just leaving your Valentine's date? Where are you headed to?
No, I don't have a Valentine's. I'm heading home.
Well, why not?
Huh?
I said, well, why not?
Shit, I don't know. What the hell? Why you don't have no Valentine?
I'm talking on the internet. That's why I don't have.
I don't know. I got two prospects. I'm trying to build a team. I got a
Really?
couple players, but they didn't make it to the Super Bowl yet, so we're gonna see. I got some gifts, but they ain't my man.
You got gifts from both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So, just to be curious, I don't need no names. How far are you along in the process with either one of them?
Child, they trying to be too respectful. I just wish that the men understand that women got needs. Not all of us like, oh, we can do the 90-day waiting shit. Nobody got time for that. We got needs. We be stressed out too. We all going through some shit. We want to have sex. And I don't know how to nicely say that. Clearly, I'm a very blunt person. So it's like, yeah, thank you for respecting me. But when, how do I nicely say, fuck me, please?
Are you?
Pretty please.
Please ask me. Please ask me. I have an answer.
It's not, I'm not a hoe. I know it kind of sounds like that, but it's just like, for real, like, let's be adults about it. Like, we all got needs. And that's one thing that makes us all happy. That's one thing that we all can say we like. No one in the world can say, oh, I don't like sex. And it's one thing that like, you know what? If it's just sex, it's just sex. If it's sex and then more than that, let it be more than that. But we all need it, don't we? Do we all need water? We all need air. We all need to have a good time.
Okay, are you going to ask?
That's what the world is now.
Ask me. What you said, the question was, how do I tell a man I want to have sex without bluntly saying...
Let me say this, not to cut you off. So my thing is, I don't want to sound selfish and picky, but I'm afraid that I had this one nightmare, right? I was in college, and it was this fine-ass dude I liked since high school. He was fine, a little older than me, and I saw him in the club one night, and I was like, you know what? This is my moment. Went to the hotel. It felt like I was having sex with a deflated water balloon.
It was the worst experience I ever had. So since then, I was afraid. I need to do a penis test. So I try to like walk, like watch y'all walk. Because some of y'all got a particular walk. If your walk is like, got a little dip to it, or, you walking like you got an extra leg, then I feel like that's a good sign. But
Shit.
that's the thing I'm afraid. They fine and all, but I'm afraid that there's nothing there. That's and that's gonna piss me off.
How old are you?
I might cry. I'm not an emotional person, but that would make me cry.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
32. Okay, you're less than 35. Okay, that's cool. All right. Since you're taking forever to ask me the question, I'm going to answer said questions that you are asking for. But let me read these chats right quick, because all this shit, they love that. All my audience members are freaks, so you ain't scaring nobody off. They're like, go on, get it, girl. Get it, girl.
Yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
You are not a hoe. You know what you want sexually and willing to say it. That's sexual freedom. Guys, she is like this all the time. Trust, she's not playing. I see. Indeed. Like Bright is laughing. All right, so listen. Your couple questions. Your first is, you want to you said it was like a deflated balloon. I don't really know what that means, but I'm assuming
it felt like I don't even know how to describe it. It just felt like when you try to blow up a water balloon, but it doesn't blow up all the way, so it just looked like a little.
Oh, so he wasn't all the way hard.
No, he was small. He was all the way hard. It was one of those "Are you in yet?" kind of situations. And yes, I did ask him that.
That's not what you said. Okay, there's not much you can do about that. What I would say is, in this day and age, if you don't feel comfortable sending a actual picture to him, because you don't want him to.
No, I feel comfortable doing that. I don't mind that at all.
Listen, just listen. I got you. And if he says no, then you flash him your stuff on FaceTime and then say, hey, I want to see what you got. So after you see what he has and verify this is hard or soft, whatever the fucking case it is, if you're not cool with it, then you're not finna give no pussy. It's real simple. Like that's the way to verify. Or you could be go to a movie with him. In the dark, not at your house, not at his house, because you don't have the pressure of having sex with him. It was his dick.
Pressure. Nigga, get out.
Huh?
Ain't no pressure, just like, get out.
No, well, I mean, that can get. I'm saying that can get a little awkward at times. So just verify before in a situation where if you're not comfortable or you don't want to move forward, then finish the movie. You play with it for a little bit. Hey, let me go to the bathroom right quick, and then y'all are not compatible. That's fine. It is compatible, but like I would say, use the FaceTime or send a pic, and then because I know some women or whatever, or just too close or whatever. Hey, I want to see it on the FaceTime. I want to see you jack it. I want to pump it, and I'm not bashful about blunt, but.
All right, so when Friday comes, I'll have an answer for you about how that went. Okay,
cool. Yeah.
So, are you going to answer the question that you asked us? What's your answer to the question?
Which question?
What would the two things that you would like 14 to 21 days that would make you happy?
I'm sorry, you came in after. My two things are give me head every day and send me a titty pic.
Oh, so we're talking about sex only. No. See, I think I lost. I didn't know it was a sexual thing.
There was because you had came on a little late. Right before then, I reviewed a couple reels or videos that other people were talking, and I made comments. One of them said, hey, there's a woman who said, give your man head every day. And I said, and she said, that changes the dynamic. I said, if you add a titty pic to that, then, if he likes how you look naked and you send him a titty pic, he'll appreciate that as well as the head every day. Like, that man has no reason to be mad on this earth. Like, he cannot be frustrated because he's getting head from his woman and he's getting to see her naked extra time in the middle of the day. Okay. Sebastian, last name. Ooh, why are you saying my name? I'm just telling the truth. She asked me a question. She said we'll be waiting for the update on Friday, whether he has enough or not, and then well, and
if he got enough, y'all might not see my ass on Friday.
What'd you say?
I said, if you got enough, y'all not gonna see my ass on Friday.
All we want is an
That's how
update. We
y'all
just
would
want
know.
to.
Oh, she didn't come on live today, so she must be, she good.
That's funny. Okay. I guess we'll catch you next Tuesday then. That's funny.
All right.
Oh,
Well, it was
thank you
nice
for coming on.
talking.
Yes,
Of course.
ma'am. Thank you.
Anytime
Make
you
sure
need
you
a
follow.
special guest and a good laugh, ring my line.
Okay. Make sure you follow me.
I'm following you already. I was watching you. What was that? Yes. What was that? Harriet Thursday? Yeah. My cousin is Gemini Two Face, and she told me about you.
That's funny. Said she didn't want.
Yeah, we were watching you live last week.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Have a good night. I'm gonna continue to watch.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Gotta cut myself off. Okay. Yes. You know, I
Can you
don't.
do that for me? I don't want to.
Gotcha. I don't. I mean, if you ask me a very blunt question like that, as you can tell, I don't have a problem answering the question. I mean, I think that's interesting. I mean, I think that's. I actually had a conversation with somebody else. I said, well, women still have issues with guys and their size and all that, and she said, no, that's not a thing. Then I asked, how old are you? She said 32. This woman was 40. It changes. It literally changes around that 35, 36 mark. Dick size doesn't become is a prevalent issue for women. It kind of comes off the table. But 35 below, yeah, I need this, I need that. This is the disqualifying mark. 35 and up, yeah, I much rather have income, stability, 401k, own house, car, groom well, smell good, blah, 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 all these other intangibles. And that drops down further. The older a woman get, the less important that is. And then she more moves to, hey, I want him to treat me like this. I want to have this particular lifestyle. Nothing against YQ. I understand. I mean, if you're just not there, you're just not there. Because at my age, I didn't know what I knew at 25 and 35 that I know in my 40s. Lovely loyalty. Good evening. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm actually probably got to get out here in 3 more minutes. Had a little interruption earlier, so my Wi-Fi was bad. Okay. If there's no more questions, and whenever I interact with somebody, I always want to make sure to give them an opportunity to ask me a question about what I think, what would I say, and I'm coming from a heterosexual Southern male standpoint. That's all that I say I am. Everything else is not necessarily this or that, but yeah. So great show. I know a lot of people were out doing this or that. You know, with family and this random holiday. Why Q? I'm not. Listen, you can probably ask Two-Face. Hey, do you have the same values as you do at your age than I do now? And is penis size such a caveat? That's the word I'm looking for. As it is at your age versus my age. Like, will that be a deciding factor on determining the man that I want or I will qualify to be my potential significant other? Okay, yeah, that's it. Anyway, back on Thursday, I should have about 4 guests. I'm sure. Oh, she don't like that. She said, "Come on, bring it back." She said, "Run that thing back. Run that thing back." I'm not afeared. Whosoever will, let them come. You said run it back. What's up?
No, that's not what I was saying. So let's clarify that. That was the situation I'm in now. Yeah, they have all those qualities, and yes, that is something that I want. And I'm not one of those little city girls. I have a grown woman mentality, but what I was saying is that's what I'm wanting out of these 2 guys. I was talking about needs. I'm not talking about a relationship needs. I'm talking about sexual needs. That's why you're confusing me, because I'm like, are you talking about sex? Are you talking about relationship? But I also came in on the last end of it. So, but okay. Yeah. So just to clarify that, everybody think I'm a thotty now.
No. Okay.
Thanks, Blue. Gave me the city girl vibe.
No. Again, I never called you a city girl. I would never insult anyone. I know I'm calling you.
I'm just kidding.
But okay, so you're saying you're only vetting these 2 gentlemen for sexual needs, no relationship whatsoever.
What's that?
I said you're only vetting these two men just to satisfy your sexual needs, and they're not going to be
No,
qualified.
I was just, you asked about my Valentine's, and I said I had two. That's how we got on the subject of that.
Okay, so these two guys, are you trying to possibly get in a relationship with them, or are they only for?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm really confused. Let's start over. Okay, we got guy A and you're looking to get into a potential relationship with them. You just want to trim it down, right?
Right.
Okay. And you want to verify if they're packing, if they're not packing, what they have.
Right.
So if they don't have what you want, they could be disqualified.
They could be. They could be.
Okay.
I didn't say definitely. They could be.
Okay, so then what I said was, at 35 or greater, a woman's age, the impact of the qualification changes that penis size is not that high on the list of things that will make a man qualified or disqualified.
So for you, if the head isn't good, would that make a woman qualify or disqualify for you?
Ooh, shots fired. Yeah, their head is slogged, and yeah, we got problems.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean,
like same boat, mister.
but that's different. That's not the same thing. Like if she says,
We're gonna agree to disagree. But
what,
yes, they have all those other qualities. So they've already met those other qualities.
okay, so look, just hear me out on this 1 second. You saying if her head is not good, but if she's willing to make the effort to correct any deficiencies, it's just about putting more saliva in your mouth and adjusting blah blah blah. If the guy don't have enough dick for you, he don't have enough dick for you.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
I hear you.
give us an update on Friday.
I will. If I'm here. If I'm not here, then y'all know what happened.
I hope I don't see you on Friday. I'll be looking for you on
I
Tuesday.
hope not either. I hope I make it to the final destination. I hope not either.
Amen. That's what
All
I want to
right.
hear. Okay.
Y'all have a good night. I just had to come defend myself. But these people come look at my Instagram like, oh, you know how y'all are.
No, listen. This is, I'm not gonna say this is body positive, but this is sex positive, doing what you want and getting your desired result. So there wouldn't
right.
for you. Like, that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. Especially if you tell the guy, hey, look, this is part of my requirements. This is what I want. If you don't have that, don't be offended. Go find somebody else who can appreciate your equipment. I just need a couple more inches. Simple.
Oh, let me ask one quick question. So I don't know if y'all follow what is his name? Richie Fontaine. He's an actor, comedian or actor, whatever. So he was like, I was on his live one night and he was like, what's the minimum amount of time that you need to have intercourse? And I was like, at least an hour. And everybody was like, 10 minutes. I'm like, what can you do in 10 minutes? Like, seriously.
Okay, what's the question?
And then, but is that normal for y'all? Because he bust me out. He was like, oh, that's you lying. It's no way. That's impossible. Like, what?
So we actually looked this up the other night. The average intercourse time, not involving any fellatio or cunnilingus, eating pussy, sucking dick, no warming up the engine, rubbing, kissing, caressing. The actual time of actual penetration across America is 10 minutes.
All right. Well, good night, y'all.
She didn't want to hear that shit. Okay, good night. It ain't my fault. Yeah, I mean, the length is the length. Because I even on that day when we went over it, they were like, oh, well, what about kissing, caressing, what all this? Okay, yeah, that makes it sound nice from the time you start kissing to the time that the last orgasm you had. It could be an hour, but the actual time of stroking, that's what the research said, is 10 minutes or less. And actually, as you get older, if you get older and have the same partner and they know how to make you have orgasm and vice versa, there's no need to go a whole hour. Yeah, I'm not saying that the sexual session, the whole thing can't last an hour, but we're just talking about the penetration part. She said she want to do some equality. Gemini, do you know what that means? You laughing. Cherokee, you know what that means? You laughing. But I mean, like I told her, well, I'm not trying to shame nobody. If that's what you want, then that's what you want. I hope you get what you desire. If she gets both those guys and she's not finding a desired result, then of course adjust your metrics. So if she meets both of those guys, she tests both of them out with a hand test or FaceTime test, and they ain't got what she want, she gonna have to find somebody else. Just that simple. So yeah, and I don't really have an opinion on that. It is what it is. Like you like what you like. Now, if you can't find what you like, then you have to adjust what you like and not get it. All right, that's gonna do it for tonight. Unless there's no more questions, then I'm probably not gonna come back because she brought it back. You caught me at the end, Isha. I'm gonna go home. Yeah, that's it for tonight. Thank y'all for coming out. See you on Thursday, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. God bless. Good night.